Thanks, Nicole. Thanks for being here. A reminder today of the competitiveness of the Big Ten Men's Soccer Conference. Losing a late goal is never easy, but especially when I thought our players poured so much into the second half. So we're disappointed to come away with our first loss of the 2021 spring season, but I give the players great credit for a difficult game, one that required a lot of physical effort and concentration. And I thought we were somewhat unlucky not to score in the second half, but give Michigan State credits. They played a great game over the 90 minutes, and unfortunately today the result did not go our way. But we'll recover, get ready for our road trip. We have a tough week ahead, so we've got to rebound really quickly and get ready for the next game in Michigan on Wednesday.
Go ahead, Otis.
Hey, Coach. Today, guys like Tiger Evans and Femi Aodesu really stepped up for injured players. What can you say just about like the makeshift back line today? Because it seemed like everyone was going down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is a response to playing every 4 days after a long layoff. I think we've tried as best we can to prepare the guys for the physical demands, but I thought Femi and Tiger, two really good performances, and you never want to look past like where we are right now, but I thought it was really encouraging for those guys to come in against a quality opponent, Michigan State, and perform really well. Despite we lost a goal, but that happens in soccer, of course. But really good days for those two guys in terms of growth and getting some experience in a very competitive game.
Trent?
Hey, Coach, what do you think really kept your guys from getting on the board and taking the lead before those final minutes in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we hit the post, so that's a matter of an inch or two, right? Maybe even a fraction of an inch. We had a goal called back for an offside. I haven't looked at that in the video, so we'll see. I thought that we were much improved in the second half and created more chances. So I was, surprised almost that we didn't score. But I think the guys were really pressing for the game winner. I think maybe if I was being somewhat, critical, and what we'll have to look at is some of the transition moments. We maybe were just a little bit unfortunate that we weren't able to break them down. Where I thought we had some really promising counterattacks and just weren't able to get that final pass quite right and create that clear-cut chance. Although, as I said, we did hit the post. We had a couple of good chances and then one called back for offside. So on a different day, I think we maybe could have scored 2 or 3 goals and in the game. And unfortunately today it wasn't to be.
Morgan?
Hi. So this was a pretty back and forth game, for the whole first half and almost the entire second half. The score remained 0-0. So how do you think the team could improve for the next game, both offensively and defensively?
I think you're always trying to improve. I think that one of the things that we're working on most is trying to manage the game a little bit better and control the tempo. I think you would be correct in saying it was very back and forth, very open, kind of attack, counterattack sort of game. And I think there's times when we can be a little bit more controlled in our attacking possession decisions, for example. And I think that would then help take a bit of pressure off the defense because we do concede too many counterattacks, in my opinion.
Otis?
Yeah, Coach, Liam Butts looks a little frustrated out there. What would you say to him right now, whether he be in a little rut or not?
Yeah, I think Liam is a top player, and any striker that doesn't score is going to be frustrated. So what I would say to him, what I just said to the whole team, just because we lost the game, this early in the season, what I've told the guys is that we're focused on performance. And I would be far more concerned if Liam wasn't getting into good goal scoring positions, if he wasn't showing his soccer ability, his athletic capabilities. So it'll come right. And for a striker, the most important thing is to focus on the next scoring chance you get. There's absolutely nothing we can do about today's game. It's over. So we'll certainly break down the video, learn the lessons for it, and we'll get better. I'm convinced of that, and be a little more hungry to make sure we take advantage of those chances in the future.
Trent?
What were your thoughts on the opportunities you guys created, and how happy were you with those opportunities?
Well, of course, we didn't score, so you couldn't be happy, right, about that. But I don't fault the players. I think it's important to be really clear that, goal scoring is a very difficult skill, very difficult to master in the sport. And despite the best efforts of the players, it didn't go our way. But we are creating those opportunities, and I'd emphasize that again, that while we all would be disappointed that we didn't score a goal today, we did clearly create a number of good goal scoring chances throughout the game.
We got time for 2 more. So Morgan and then Otis, you'll be next.
So just going off my other question, were there any times that you saw the team get frustrated on the field?
I think in the first half, we were frustrated that we weren't kind of dominating the play in the way we expected. And I think that's a bit of a result of the last 2 games. We scored goals early in the game. And I think sometimes as a player, even as a coach, you can get a little bit, almost expect that how every game is going to go, because we do have so many really talented players. And I think after about 15, maybe 20 minutes into the match, there was some frustration building because we hadn't scored, and we were used to that in the first 2 games. But I remind everybody that the Big Ten is super competitive. We're going to face good teams in every single match we play this spring. So it was a bit of a reminder of that today for the guys, that it's not always going to necessarily go your way.
Go ahead. Last question.
Coach, any chance you can give us an update on any of the various injured players?
Yeah, it was a difficult day. To be honest, I don't really know at this point, and we try to be careful with commenting on medical situations due to obvious privacy implications of that. I think we've got a top sports medicine team here at Penn State that we well cared for and get them back as soon as we can. But as I say, it was a difficult day because of the intensity of the games at this level. So I was sorry to see a couple of guys get injured, but I've total confidence in our medical team and our guys' ability to rehab and get back as soon as they can.